Ah, this trick is so good, so good. And I know I'm gonna see everyone doing this trick because it's freaking awesome. And you guys are awesome for coming back and checking us out for yet another magic review. Shake it, everybody. My name is Luke Dancy, and welcome back for more All Things Magic. This week, you are in for a treat. You are in for something special. We've got an exclusive on this. The Julio Montoro set of lecture notes from his US tour that just ended last week right here in Las Vegas. Now, what's exciting about this is there's a very limited supply of these because you not only get the notes, which are beautifully done, and we'll talk more about that, but also the secret stash of stuff that makes these tricks work. And this is awesome. All right, so we'll save kind of like the layout and the quality of the notes for later. Let's jump into the exciting stuff. What's in here? What are in these notes? As I mentioned before, 18 tricks. 18, okay? And there's also a really nice section on creativity. He goes over a really nice system of how he creates his own tricks. And when he shared the information at the lecture, everybody were just lighting up because their creativity started sparking. So if you've ever wanted to create your own magic tricks, there's also some great information for you in here. All right, now it's time for the tricks. I do want to let you know some of these have never been released. Some of these have. I'm going to give you some details and some examples of those. But first, the first thing you've never seen before is the appearing card. The appearing card also gives me a chance to show you the layout of the notes themselves because it's the same for every trick. I got my hand covering the thing here because this is a QR code that takes you to a video of Julio showing you how to do the trick, which is pretty cool for each of the tricks. There's a nice photo showing you what the trick is and a little description on this side too, and that's what it is. So the appearing car is such a fun piece of visual magic where you have a little cutout, like a little box that's opened up. You show both sides of this, and then when you put it back together and open it up, you've got a little appearing car. It looks so good, and it is good not only for video, but also for the real world too, if you want to use it for that. You also don't just have to use a car. If you want to make something else small appear, you can do that too. So you're probably looking at it right now. That is something that's included right here in the secret stash of stuff. The next thing that we've got here for you in the notes is the mind device. And I was glad to see this in here. This was a smart idea. It looks like nothing more than a little black envelope, right? But this is a peek device. And again, the QR code is here, covered. It looks like nothing more than a black envelope. Someone writes information on a business card, they put it inside the envelope, and then you have very easy access to the information that they wrote. A very everyday carry looking thing too, which is nice. The other really nice thing is this alone sells on the market for $40. So you're already halfway to the price of the whole notes, which is crazy. So yes, that is also included here for you in this set of notes. It's crazy, but it only gets better. We're gonna keep the variety going because the next thing I'm gonna show you and tell you about is the Mr. Monopoly. This one uses Monopoly money, where you take one of the Monopoly bills and you change it visibly into a real bill, real currency. And again, the best part here is you can hand out the bill at the end for them to examine because there's nothing for them to find. This one is also something that's included here for you. He goes over all the details on how to do it, and it does work, my friends, in any currency that you can think of. Smart stuff. Oh yeah. One of the other hits from his lecture that's in here is a card trick, but it's a really, really good card trick, is the slow vanish. And I have a video for this one for you too. Slow vanish card is selected. You can have the card signed. You then draw on the back a little line, like a black line, with your Sharpie. And visibly and slowly, the line starts to disappear, starts to fade away until it's gone. And it looks so good. And then when you spread through the deck, you find a card that does have a line drawn on the back. You turn that over and it is the selected and signed card. The gimmick is so freaking smart and clever. He was passing it around at his lecture and everyone was able to use it within seconds. It's so cool and the visuals look great. Again, not just for camera, but for the real world as well. And speaking of more of the kind of real world type of stuff, this one made me smile in a lot of ways. We've been doing the coin bite for years, where you take the coin, you bite it, you spit it back on, and now you can do it with something that makes a little bit more sense. You can do it with Doritos. You can do it with a Dorito, a chip, where you literally take a bite of the chip and you spit it back on. He also shows another way to do it if you want to kind of delay the change or the restoration with your phone. You take a photo, and then the photo changes and you make the Dorito change back as well to being restored. And as you can see here, got stuff here included for you too. Another favorite of mine in here for you is the organic switch box. The organic switch box looks like nothing more than a little Tic Tac container. It looks like Tic Tacs. You see the card sitting inside there? You're able then to have that item that's inside the box switched out for their signed card from the spectator. The retention of vision looks phenomenal. It looks really, really good. And the nice thing too is once you take that out, they can check out the card and they can open it up and check it out themselves. Because once you take that out of the box, there's nothing that you're switching then. Even though the switch is happening right before their eyes, they will never ever suspect it. Another brilliant piece of organic looking magic. And the last thing I wanted to show you here, that I have a video for anyway, is the perspective effect. This is something that was born during the pandemic. Julio was creating magic, visual stuff for virtual shows, like Zoom shows. This one, you tear a Monopoly bill and you have the perspective change so that while it looks like the size of the bill is the same, when you bring them back together, they now change, and that happens twice. It's so smart and so easy to do. So if you're doing stuff still virtually, or even just on your phone, if you're on FaceTime with somebody, this is some really fun stuff, and for social media too. Really, really smart effect where you're messing with people's perspective on things, and yeah, it's great. Along with the things I just showed you, there's a lot of other stuff, including one of my favorite everyday carry torn and restored ever. This is so smart. He did this at the lecture, and it really made me smile because of how his thinking makes a lot of sense, because he basically teed it up saying, do people ever ask you when you're in public, oh, can you do a trick, but you don't have anything on you? This is one of the tricks that he does. Basically, you have a little to-do list, like he uses like an index card, a to-do list. You bring it out of your pocket and you say, okay, well, I'll use this. So you tear the list because it was yesterday's list. You tear it and you show both pieces and you put them in someone's hand. And then when they open up their hand now, they merge back together, but in this kind of mishmash kind of way, which is really smart and allows you to do some magic on the spot. Even though it looks totally impromptu, there is a little bit of preparation, but of course, the things you need are included for that. You can see the index card right there. Another one of the hits from his lecture was the hole. The hole uses nothing more than a little Post-it pad. And he takes a sticker and he places it onto the pad like that. So it looks like now you have a little black hole. He then takes a penny, drops it inside the hole, and the penny is gone. And the best part is at the end, he takes that piece of paper off with the hole in it, and he peels it off and hands them that as a little souvenir. And that is the hole. So good. There's also included a couple of other card tricks. You've got a version of, this one is kind of like a version of predictions that Roddy McGee put out. This was an independent creation, so that's included here too. The organic switch box. Really cool version of the torn and restored corner of a card where it gets restored with a mishmash color, red on a blue card, which is very smart. That's also taught here. Some other sandwich ideas and a haunted deck routine and some other really cool stuff. So there really is a nice variety of magic in here for you, and it's all very visual, which is what kind of like the trend is with Julio's magic. So you've known Julio for his brand new release Leviosa, the deck that cuts itself, the haunted deck, and then it floats back up to his hand. But another one of his hits that I want to tell you about real quick, and he showed this at the lecture too, is the POV pad. And we actually have a full review of this. You can see it in the link above me here, and click on that and watch the review. This is a peak device that's built into a Post-it pad. It's so disarming and so smart, and the method works under pretty much any lighting condition, which I know is a concern with a lot of other devices out there. But if you want to purchase this and the notes, we're going to do a bundle deal for you for $10 off. So you get the notes and you get this, and you'll save $10. But wait, we haven't even talked about the notes yet. What are we talking about, Luke, here? How much for this? Well, I'm very excited to let you know the exclusive that we got for you here is if you were to take all the tricks, and again, some of these are not even released, some of them have been, like the Mind device for $40, Mr. Monopoly for $30, the Dorito Bite for $30. If you add up all the totals from all the tricks, it's over $500. You get the notes, you get the stuff for $80. $80 flat for you to get all this stuff it is one of the best deals that I've seen in a really long time. So yeah, 80 bucks for that. If you want to grab this with it, save 10 bucks. You can find them. The link is in the description to grab both of these or to grab just the notes. And we're very proud to have these in a limited supply at All Things Magic just for you. And real quick before we wrap up the review, the quality of the notes, you've kind of seen it as we've gone along. You can kind of get an idea of the size here. Looks like it's got some staples on the edge there. And then of course the creativity part is in the beginning. There's a nice layout of that. You can kind of understand that. And then I mentioned to you along the way that each one of the effects is laid out just like this. You can see there. And again, every effect in here has a QR code for you to watch a video of Julio showing you exactly how to perform the effect. So I think it's a really, really nice touch. That is it, my friends. That is my review for the lecture notes from Julio Montoro. Again, you won't find these anywhere else. Very proud of that. And honestly, the friends that came with us to the Julio Montoro lecture were blown away by his creativity and the thinking of his effects. And I think you can see here that you're getting quite the value with these. If you'd like to get even more of your magic fix, though, don't forget you can head on over to allthingsmagic.com. We supply only hand-picked magic tricks just for you. Other shops might put up every new trick and you don't know what's good and what's not. We take all that away and we only have the good stuff for you. And don't forget, we also go live every Tuesday night for you right here on YouTube, 8:30 Eastern Time, bringing you our Taco Tuesday show. It's a lot of fun. And don't forget, if you have any questions about this set of notes, post them in the comments below. Post those questions. And you might have some questions about the POV pad. Post those questions in the comments as well, and we'll do our best to take care of those for you. And that's it. That's what we got for you this week. Don't forget to check us out for more magic. We are here for you, bringing you reviews and interviews, live streams, as I just mentioned. And the one common thing is we just love magic, and we'd love to talk to you all about it. So I hope to see you next time right here for more All Things Magic. All right? All right. Catch you next time, friends. See ya.